In this video, we're going to take a look at how to do one of the most basic and common tasks in Dreamweaver, create a new blank page. What you're going to find in Dreamweaver is that there are lots of different ways to accomplish many different tasks in this application, and creating a new page is no exception. So what I'd like to do here is just show you a couple of ways to do this. At this point, I've already created a new site and defined it in Dreamweaver, and I can see my site folder sitting here in the Files panel. And if you're not sure how to define a site, be sure to go back and watch that video. Let me start by showing you my preferred method for creating a new page. I'm just going to come in here to the Files panel, right-click or Control-click if you're using a single-button mouse on a Mac, on the main site folder, or whichever folder in which I want to create the file, and choose New File. Dreamweaver generates a new blank page for me and prompts me to name it. Let's say I'm creating the frequently asked questions page of my site, so I'm going to call this one FAQs.html. And there's my page. If I want to start working on it, I just double-click it, and off I go. Now, the main advantage to this method of creating a page, and the reason that I prefer it over the others, is that it saves me a couple of steps. By right-clicking in the Files panel and creating my page is automatically saved in my local root folder, which is where I want to save all pages that have to do with my site. The slightly longer method goes like this. I choose File New, and Dreamweaver opens the New Document dialog box. From here, I have a wide variety of document types I can choose from, but if I'm interested in creating a new blank page like I did a moment ago, I choose Blank Page, HTML, and None for layout, and click Create. And there's my new page, but I'm not done with it yet. The first thing I'm going to want to do is save it in my local root folder. So I'll choose File Save. And just to make sure you're in your root folder, you can click Site Root. And from there, you also have to give it a name. Let's just call this one contactus.html. And then we save it that way. And you can see that it's now appeared here in my Files panel. So there are considerably more steps to this method than just right-clicking in your file panel and choosing New File from there. So I recommend that right-click method unless you need to create something other than a blank page. And there will in fact be those times when you're finding yourself uninspired or unable to come up with a look for a page in your site. In those cases, you have a large selection of pre-designed page layouts and templates to start you off. Just choose File New again. And under the blank page category, you can choose from a variety of different layouts, like all these different column arrangements here. For example, if I look through here and I like the preview of what I see for the 3-column layout, I can click on that and choose Create. And Dreamweaver generates a new page based on that layout with a bunch of placeholder text that describes how each of these sections will work. And I can immediately start replacing this with my own content after first saving the file in my local root folder, of course. If you need even more inspiration than that, Dreamweaver even has some entire site samples of pages with excellent layouts and color combinations. So just again, choose File New, and go to Page from Sample. And from here, you can choose samples of CSS layouts, which give you lots of choices of pre-designed font appearance and color schemes, frame sets, although not too many people are designing with frames anymore, starter page theme, and starter page basic. So be sure to take the time to browse through here and see if there's anything that you can base one of your pages off of. So you can see how many choices you have when it comes to creating new pages in Dreamweaver. Again, if you're just creating a new blank page, use the right-click method in your file panel. But if you need a little help or inspiration, choose File New and browse through the many pre-designed layouts here to kickstart your page's layout and design.